just graduated from middle school. I'm a freshman, 14 years old. I'm going to a new high school. I'm a stranger. I'll restart. My bad. I just graduated from middle school. I'm a freshman, 14 years old. I'm going to a new high school. I'm a stranger, an outcast. I have no friends. I'm emo, and I dress in black. I have no sense of direction to where my life is going, and I take art to keep my mind busy. I hated my art class though. Switch classes, I joined Photo 1 class. I start failing immediately. I don't give up just yet and continue the class. I ignored my teacher's advice in dropping the class. In the final trimester, I earned an A-. I then joined the class next year. I'm in Photo 2. I become a top student, and I found my passion in life. That pretty much sums up the first 2 years of my high school. In Photo 1, like any other student who is new to the school, I was scared of the teacher, Miss Candlescott. Having heard of her through my friend who took her design class, I knew enough to be nervous. My friend's take on Miss K was that of horror and tales of relentless brutality if you didn't do something right. This was quickly debunked. There I was as a beginner in Photo 1. My skills were beyond terrible at that point because I never held a camera with the intention of shooting a photo in my life. Along with having a bad habit of turning in things kinda late, I think Miss K didn't like me as a student. After all, I was pretty much not focused and failing the class. But I started to get my act together, working harder, and in that moment of time, photo class was the class that mattered to me the most, and it still does. By the end of the freshman year, I passed my photo class with an A-. That doesn't sound too impressive, but when you take into account that I went from an F to an A-, it's really a miracle. I went on to take Photo 2. This class involved knowledge previously unknown to me. The 5 rules of framing: lines, angles, thirds, corners, horizontal versus vertical. My photo ability went from an average point and shoot to an actual thoughtful photographer. With the 5 rules in the back of my mind, I made sure when taking a photo that what I was looking at through my viewfinder was conforming to those 5 rules, basically from a beginner to experience. Also, my relationship with Ms. K improved because now I was motivated and started to show how much I loved the class. I was the only student who asked to go outside to shoot in the rain. It was there where I felt everything just looked better in the rain. Everything has a reflective surface, which makes everything much more interesting. It's like everything has been coated in a thin layer of glass. Think of a spider's web. Without the rain, you can faintly see the web, but you have to get in the right angle to see it. It's the same in photography, when you have to get in the right angle for a good shot. But with the rain, the web is coated in water, making it visible in all angles. Rain makes subjects in photos pop out more than it would in normal photos. Outside in the rain, I wouldn't focus on the cold air or the soaked surroundings. I was entranced, the rain and sounds of Mother Nature. I found the sounds were different depending on the surface in which the droplets landed. Then all the sounds collided together like an orchestra of water play. But it was only after 30 minutes when the cold started cutting through my skin and into my bones, and the weight of my cloak started to become noticeable. That's when I realized how cold and wet I was. I returned to class, transferred my photos, and showed Miss K what I shot outside in the rain. She looked at them, and through the process of elimination, selected the ones that stood out. I started with 36 images, quickly going down to 7, and then to 3. Such is the way of selecting the good ones. I already saw this as normal though, but you'd think it would be kind of demoralizing to basically get 90% of your images put aside, deemed not worthy enough to be chosen. Although it's hard, it prepares you to be criticized in the real world. As a photographer or an artist, you learn how to put yourself out there and your work, which you deemed good. And you never know if it'll just be chewed up or cherished. To this day, I'm still my harshest critic, but I appreciate Miss K's critique because they prepared me for the real world. My art is everything. Through photos, I can capture moments in time and share them with others. I don't really spend time worrying about what others think about that. And I realize I see life most clearly through the lens of a camera, and happiest with a camera in my hand, and that is important. Someone recently told me, don't let anyone get in between you and your art. Very wise advice indeed. Okay, shout outs, top of my head, I'm sorry. The unofficial Smash Club, you know You know who you are. Okay, someone work with me. Matt. Smells. But being serious, I want to thank my 4 mothers, if you would say. My mother who's raised me, my grandmother who's also raised me, my godmother, and my school mom, Miss Blanchett. And if I would say Miss Heggie, she'd be like my mom. Yeah, and my father too is in here, sadly. Well, just not here. Also, Miss K, thank you.